right, so begin to wind down the program. The last leg of the program, I must say, let's talk about Edo politics. It's been in the news for some days. So, for context, for those who are not following the story, not too long ago, the governor who was just sworn in not too long ago as well, had actually requested, according to him, the account transactions or the financial transactions of the local government chairman in the state. Give them a deadline. According to him, they did not present the records of the local government, their financial records. So he wrote to the House of Assembly to weigh into the issue, and the House of Assembly, citing Section 20 of the Local Government Law 2000 of Edo State, had to swing to action, suspended the chairman for 2 months, and then referred to the governor. Governor approved. Governor now set up a committee to investigate all of the financial issues around these particular chairmen. Well, the chairmen have actually revolted and said this is unconstitutional, is illegal, as well as the party, the PDP, because for context as well, all the 18 local government chairmen are manned by the People's Democratic Party, by the governors of the APC. So is there a political angle as well as a legal angle? We're going to look at all of this. We're being joined in the program by former chairman of ALGON in Edo State, Mr. Isaiah Osifo. Mr. Isaiah, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you for having me.
I know you were 2 times former chairman of local government, and you're a lecturer, and so you have many caps to your name. But let's take your initial reaction to what is developing in Edo State. I spoke with Andrew Nwata yesterday, who is a member of that committee set up by the governor to investigate all of the issues that are raised as far as the financial transaction of local governments are concerned. And he was quite emphatic that the governor has powers and the assembly has powers to, quote and unquote, not using his words exactly, kind of oversight the work that the local governments are doing, because when I cited the Constitution, that was his pushback. What's your response?
Well, my response would be that, first, when you're making any policy, you must situate it on the background of the society or the nation. Nigeria is a democratic nation. Edo State is supposed to be in democracy. And democracy has 2 indices: periodic, free and fair election and the rule of law. Now, when you jettison these indices, you're no longer in democracy. Now, the importance of local government in national development has been historical. In 1976, even under the military government of Olusegun Obasanjo and Yar'Adua as vice president of the military government, did a comprehensive local government reform to emphasize the importance of local government to national development. And the essence of the 1976 reform was to try to insulate the local government from the excesses of the state government. Incidentally, Olusegun Obasanjo came again in 1999 as elected president of Nigeria. Atiku Abubakar as vice president, and inaugurated. Atiku supervised the inauguration of the Association of Local Governments of Nigeria, ALGON, from where I was elected as partner chairman of ALGON in Edo State. And the main objective of ALGON was to ensure the autonomy of local government. And the abuses on the autonomy of local government, particularly Section 7, Section 1 of the Constitution, continue with so many governors in Nigeria. The present president was governor at this particular time when ALGON was inaugurated. And the president felt that there was a need to address this abuse of the democratic local government administration in Nigeria. And the Attorney General of the Federation, went to Supreme Court to seek a proper interpretation of the implication of Section 7, Section 1 of the Nigerian Constitution. And the judgment was given on the 11th of July 2024. And Nigerians applauded it as a landmark achievement of this present government. And hereby, the governor is coming in Edo State to say, I am not aware of the provision of the Constitution. I am not aware of the judgment of the Supreme Court. And I have my own mind, I have my own style to operate the local government in Edo State as a personal entity or an appendage of the state government. That has been jettisoned. So the attitude of the governor or the governor of Edo State in collaboration with the House of Assembly to mention and to say that they have suspended the 18 local government chairmen and vice chairmen is illegal, non-avoid, a clear violation of the laws of Nigeria, a clear violation of the Constitution of Nigeria. And let me tell you, in 2015, 2016, thereabout, when Adams Oshiomhole was governor of Edo State, he sacked the then chairman of Oredo local government, Osaro Obaze. A high court in Edo State ruled in the judgment of the court, a collegial female judge told Adams Oshiomhole, you don't have the power to suspend or to remove or to sack an elected local government chairman. Now, before the House of Assembly went into the drama and the jest that they went into to say that they suspended this chairman, again, a High Court in Edo State gave a judgment, a perpetual injunction restraining the House of Assembly, restraining the governor, and reminding them of the essence of the judgment of the Supreme Court, that you don't have the power to embark on this journey. Therefore, you cannot do it. They ignored the decision of the High Court. They ignored the decision of the Supreme Court and went ahead to make the pronouncement. So for us in Edo State that are rational and reasonable, we feel that what they have done was unlawful. I have maintained and I've heard that in view of the laws of Edo State, the laws of the country, and the Constitution of Nigeria, in the eyes of the law, there was nothing like suspension or unexpression. But I'm grateful today in Edo State, the High Court judge again has said, we have a responsibility to give essence to the judgment of the Supreme Court. And as far as they are concerned, status quo ante must be maintained before, that is, the status of local government in Edo State, before the irresponsible resolution of the House of Assembly has to be maintained. That is to say, they don't even believe in the eyes of the law that they were removed office. In any case, if you are going to pursue your illegal journey, you are restrained. The governor, the deputy governor, and general, and all those agencies that are involved are restrained from giving effect to the so-called resolution of the House of Assembly. So, as of today, there is no dismissal or suspension of any chairman or vice chairman in Edo State because that decision was founded on illegality, irresponsibility, and legislative hooliganism, which anybody that is reasonable and rational in Nigeria will not accept. So that is the position, that is the situation. So, the governors cannot exercise the power that are not vested on him by the Constitution of Nigeria. And that section 10.1 level that I referred to is laughable.
Yeah, you're going to continue, but due to this judgment you talked about, this order of court, have the local government chairmen returned back to their councils?
Yes, the chairmen have been functioning, but you know, in a system where you have people that believe in might instead of law, they think they can use their physical might and they are boastful about their federal might. We have the police, we have the DSS, we have the military, we have the talks. You want to physically prevent these chairmen and vice chairmen from performing their legal duties. If you succeed to use physical or violent force to stop them, but you have no lawful means of restraining them. So the physical force to stop them to go into their offices is of no effect. Rather, they are making a jest and a fool of themselves. In so far, you don't have the legal instrument to stop these people, which they don't have. The chairmen are functioning, the vice chairmen are functioning. And let me tell you, any person that goes to the back door, knowing that the governor has been restrained from tampering with the administration of local government or any of the agents have been restrained, you don't go to the back door to sign the check or to operate the local government. That is criminal, and the person should be available for criminal prosecution because you cannot exercise a responsibility that is not vested on you by the Constitution. And look at the unwise counsel that they exercise. You remove chairman and vice chairman, and you are appointing the leader of the legislative arm to act in their place. Who has the oversight function over the so-called misconduct?
My apologies, so that we can accommodate as many things as we can within the time we have.
Okay.
Let's go back to what they raised. You have been a two-time local government chairman and a chapter chairman of ALGON in Edo State. So, do you think, from your perspective, from your experience, that legislative assembly, which naturally lay people like us would think should do what the House of Assembly is doing, but the lawyers will be able to explain better than all of us, do you think the legislative assembly will be able to hold chairman and vice chairman accounts? To account, I meant to say. This
is a challenge and a requirement of a responsible governor. Not just the governor of Edo State. Governors should strengthen and should support a robust democracy in the local government, a vibrant parliament, because the local government, executive arm of the local government, is answerable to the people through the instrumentality of the legislative arm of government. It is already an existing arm of government because we are operating a presidential system of government, federal, state, and local government. So it is not enough for you to sit there and say, councillors have no ability, they have no competence, they have no experience to exercise oversight over the activities of chairman and vice chairman. What a governor should do, what the House of Assembly should do, should make laws that should strengthen the ability of this local government legislative arm to enable them to perform their functions. It is not for you to usurp their responsibility. The first schedule of the Nigerian Constitution recognize the local government has a role by listing the functions of the local government. Now, if the constitution has given local government role to play, and you have a parliament that you think may not have the capacity to play their role, what a governor should do is to strengthen, is to contribute to a robust democracy that will not give you a viral local parliament that will exercise oversight over this executive arm of government. It is not for you to usurp. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Sufil, so what do you think is playing out here as far as the politics is concerned? What do you think is happening here?
Well, it could be ignorance on the part of the government. It could be mischief on the part of the government. But the essence of what they are doing or what they are trying to do is political and partisan with the intent to steal the money of the local government. The governor does not have power to exercise check over the council chairman by the Constitution of Nigeria and by the judgment of the Supreme Court. And the executive arm of the local government cannot be answerable to the executive arm of the state. Now, accountability in public finance is either by parliamentary proceeding or by judicial. That is to say, if you want the chairman to be accountable, they can only be accountable to the legislative arm of government or to the judicial arm of government in terms of judicial commission of inquiry. But for you to say as governor, you are not the headmaster, you are not accountable to the House of Assembly because you don't present any figure to anybody, but you are not asking the local government to come and present figure to you. In any case, have they shown you any letter that they wrote to this chairman? Have they shown you any circular that they sent to this chairman? Is it a personal property that you call people and say, send me an account? You do not have that responsibility. You don't have that authority. Now, you didn't show any letter to anybody. You didn't show any letter to the House of Assembly, and they acted on your letters by your own saying that I asked that they should submit the council for. So,
Mr. Osifo, we heard the governor said there were deadlines given. I don't know whether it was a formal deadline or a verbal deadline, but almost thank you for coming on the program. And it's an ongoing conversation. I'm sure it's going to be back and forth with the government and in court. Isaiah Osifo is a former chairman of ALGON in Edo State. He was also the chairman, two-time chairman of Ohunwode Local Government Council in Edo State. Thank you so much, sir, for coming on the program. We appreciate it.
Thank you.